Okay, hello my art shenaniganists. Is that not the coolest word ever? Anyway, I came back here today to show you how to bind your illustrations. I have about 30 illustrations in this particular book. I started one there, and I have the drawings for the illustrations in here, and I have about, like I said, 30, and it would be like 2 years before I got to the book binding part if I completed them all. So what I decided to do is to put them inside, to go ahead and put them together and bind the book and then work on them from the inside. And if you want to look in the other Illustrated Girls videos, you can see that it was glued together, folded in half, and then I used the beads and the embroidery thread on these, and that is how I'm going to finish this book. And you can put as much, the goal is for you to be able to put as much dimension into your drawings as possible. I used to have my husband had built me a book press big enough that I could have used this one, but we moved and I haven't seen it since. So I'm going to show you the setup that I'm using right now, and I did this whole thing for, it's under 20 bucks. This is a Walmart trip, under 20. These are bamboo cutting boards, and I like them because they're just flat. And not too thick, and I think these were like $5 or $6 a piece. And then I got these clamps. They're really chick friendly, which I'm always happy if I can do something and I don't have to ask my husband. Anyways, this is a button release. These, kind of put it on there how you want it, and so anyway, that's that. So what I'm going to show you is how to, you're going to put these in between, put your book, make sure that your beads are like out to the side if you've got any great big ones, so that you can, you don't want to you don't want exploding beads, that's not fun. See, and you want to get it close to the edge. Let me show you so I can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to put this right on the edge, just like that. Put the other one on the edge, just like that. Okay. So this is what you're looking at here. I'm going to put it so that it's, because the point, what we're doing right now is we're going to put the glue on the spine area here, and you need to have them put together pretty good, and put these on your book. I think the easiest way to do it is to set it so that it's all down. There we go. You just kind of, what you're doing is you're going to use this handle here. That's why I kind of like these, because they're like very one-handed. You just put them on here, like this. There we go. And then you just use this, squeeze your little handle here. See, is that not like a girl deal there? And you want to put it together. And then you can see you've got this on the inside and you have this on this side. And it's going to kind of hold itself up now because you've got it like this. So we're just using, there you go, I've got two on here. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and just use, I'm going to use some tacky glue. And I'm just going to put it right here. Don't worry too much about just put it along the top here, and I'm gonna Yeah, okay. Put it like this, and just get your glue on here. And then you're gonna let this dry overnight. Just let it dry. And this is gonna kind of reinforce your edges. Not as many steps, I guess. But that's what this is about. So what I'm gonna do with this one is go ahead and let this dry overnight. And then we will come back and measure out the covers. Since I'm dying from menopause right now, I am going to go stick my head in the freezer, and I will be back in the morning. Okay guys, it is the next morning, and so I'm going to remove this with a mere flick of the button. So chick easy. There we go. That's good. And good and glued and ready. And you want to be able to stick junk in here and put some dimension on it if you want to, like we did in this first one with the snow. This is the winter scene, and we did a few dimensional things on here too. And the beads give you some, you know, depending on how close you get them to the inside, they do their thing. So, thinking about, I definitely would like to use some fabric on this, and I would like to do maybe a leather or faux leather spine, I think, cover. And I want to be able to attach my book to my cover without adding any more pages. So I think I will start with this one. All right. Let's see. This is the backing from what we had started with, and so I'm going to start with that, and I may have to add some other things on it, but that's okay. So this one is 15 inches, so 7.5 is right in the middle. Do that. Okay, I'll put my little mat under here. Alright, I ended up using 1 3/4 inches. So I'm going to get my duct tape ready. I'm using the duct tape to reinforce the spine covered up, but it will help. It'll help strengthen the edge, and also it'll hold it in place. So I'm going to use my ruler. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do now is I'm going to use hot glue for this part, just on the inside. Just on these corners. Alright, and then I'm going to use tape for the inside. Okay, I've glued this down and given it time to dry and set. So there's this part of the book. So now what I'm going to do is find some, I think I'm going to do red or pink on that one. Maybe both. Let's see what I've got right here. Yeah, I think I like the red. I'll do the red. Alright, I've gathered my awl and my incredibly large needle. I'm gonna thread this needle, and then I'm going to do some fun decorative stitching on the leather on the spine. Okay, so we've got this is dry, this is set, and so there's your cover. It's kind of pretty, huh? I like it. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is to put this book, we're going to bind this sucker in here, just like this. It's going to be pretty. I like it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a couple of clips on this side so that it doesn't move too much when I glue the other side. And so I'm going to turn this over here. What I want to do is this area right here, I'm going to reinforce it. I'm going to do a line of hot glue. So I don't want to put any glue at all. Let's say here, because your hot glue is not going to stick to your paper after you've hot glued it. So I'm just going to mark it across here, and that's as far as I get to go on that one with Mod Podge. Use a lot of Mod Podge. I like it. It's like seriously works. Okay, so I've let the other side dry, and I'm going to put my little mark in here on this side and do the same thing. And this will be the last thing we need to do. Now, when I get ready to finish up this last page, I'm probably going to put the a little more around the edges like this, and like we did on the other pages, like this. But I'm going to leave it for now until I get closer to the end of it. And here we go. I really have had just such a good time doing this series and playing with it, and just kind of having a ball using my imagination and thinking. Like I said, I have really enjoyed doing this, and I am so happy to be able to share how fun these things are. When I do pages, I'll either do a video on it, or I'll do a follow-up on it somehow, some way. Anyway, I just wanted to show you how much fun this is, and I wanted to show you how to bind this, all these beautiful illustrations together, and I wanted to tell you all thank you for your contact, your comments, and your compliments, and I appreciate this. I am having so much fun. I'm totally doing it again. And there you go. So excited, so glad that things turned out the way they did on this, and I wanted to tell you that. You guys have a great day, and stay immersed in art. There is always time for an art shenanigan.